You can switch on your video and turn it. Yes. And keep it on like that. Okay, sit like me, how I am sitting, the position. See my camera like that. Head a little down. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. Yes, right. Hello and welcome to Seven Sentinels. This is Grand Master Class and I'm Peter Simon with you. Today we are conducting speaking sessions and now I am with Neena, Johny from Kerala, India. Thrissur, I suppose. Okay. Hello, Neena, Johny.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, once you're ready, you can start.
Yes, sir. So, how may I address you and your child during the role play?
Yeah, you can call me Martha or Mrs. Martha or Mrs. Lincoln. My name is Martha Lincoln.
About the child name?
Child's name is Elizabeth.
Okay. Can I start, sir?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay, Martha. I have just completed my clinical assessment as well as the checking of the vital parameters on Elizabeth. So, from your child case note, I can understand that he was admitted here due to the chest tiredness and wheezing as well as the breathing difficulty. Am I correct?
Yes, you're absolutely right, nurse. My daughter has had wheezing and difficulty breathing for about an hour. She was running around in the garden when she started having difficulty breathing. The symptoms are currently less severe than when they started, actually. And I haven't given her any medication because I wasn't sure what to give her. And she has never in her life had anything like this before.
Okay, okay, Martha, thank you for your valuable informations. So, can I ask you for a few more questions regarding your child general health?
You're definitely welcome, nurse. Ask me everything, and I'm ready to provide you the information.
Okay, thank you for that. Does she generally good and have taken any current medication for recent illnesses?
No, nurse, there are no. Actually, my daughter is generally healthy and she
Okay.
hasn't been ill recently. She isn't on any medication.
Okay. So, does anyone have the history of asthma, hay fever, and eczema in your family?
Actually, I don't see anything. Yeah, of course. My spouse had asthma as a child, but I don't think
Okay.
anyone else in the family has had asthma.
Okay, thank you, Martha. Thank you for your valuable information. So now I get a clear picturizations regarding your child conditions and family history. So let me tell you regarding the clinical assessment, what I have been noticed during my clinical findings. So earlier I mentioned that your child is currently stable and all the vital parameters are unremarkable. However, the mild wheezing has been noticed, but there is no need to concern more about this current symptom. Is that clear now?
That's absolutely clear, nurse.
Okay. Moreover, that the doctor will come to see your child soon, and he may request you to do further investigation for your child. After that, he will diagnose what the exact conditions of your child. Then he will discuss with you regarding the treatment and further appropriate management to control or to manage your child current symptoms. How does that sound?
That is really good, nurse.
Okay,
But
would you like
I
to
just
add
want to
anything?
know if my daughter has asthma or not. Can you please provide that information? I'm pretty sure she has asthma because of her symptoms. And not only that, because my spouse had it as a child. That's yet another reason.
Okay. So, Martha, I really understand your worries regarding your child conditions. And I'm sorry to say that I'm not an authorized person to tell you more about regarding your child current symptoms. So it's not my role actually. But the symptoms displays such as wheezing and chest tiredness, which indicate to the asthma. But the doctor will make a final diagnosis and he will discuss with you regarding all of the information about the asthma. So, moreover, that I know that the asthma is very difficult to diagnose at younger or early age. Once we diagnose it early age, we can manage it very easily. So you don't need to upset more about your child conditions. Is that clear now?
Yes, of course, nurse. That's absolutely fine. But
Okay.
I really hope I don't need to wait too long for my daughter to see a doctor.
Yeah, I really understand your consciousness regarding your child. So I can rest assured about your precious time. So here it's not very busy. And we have medically trained doctors and nurses. So we will make an arrangement to your son to consult with your doctor. So the doctor will do a quick assessment and he will initiate the further management to cure the current symptoms of your child have. So during this time, we will enable the treatment with a salbutamol inhaler to subside the wheezing as well as the breathing difficulty. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, of course, nurse. Then what am I
So
supposed to do now?
okay, let me tell you about that. So you don't need to upset about that. I know that being a mother, I really understand your worries regarding your child condition. So don't be nothing to be worried about that. So kindly wait in the waiting room. We will update every information regarding your child condition. So kindly come and quiet and wait there. We will update you everything. So is that clear now?
That's absolutely fine, nurse. According to your words, I think everything is fine. So I'll go back to the waiting room and wait for my daughter to be called to see the doctor. Thank you very much, nurse.
Okay, thank you, Mata. I hope that you understood all of the instructions what I discussed with you. If you have any other queries, kindly ask me. I'll clear all of your doubts, and I wish your child get a complete recovery. Thank you, Mata. Thank you for listening this.
Thank you very much, nurse. Yes. So that's the end of the role play, and here we start with the second part. There's a feedback session of the trainer. Yeah, Grandmaster class feedback. Yes. You have a very big problem. You have, it's not one, but it is multi-dimensional problem. What's that? Child. You have said child, right? That's fine. But the problem is, what I'm going to say is, yeah, you have repeated this word a number of times. Number of times. According to what I have written here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and many more. 4 times I wrote, then afterwards I stopped writing. You said child name in the beginning. It's not a child name, it's child's name. The child's name, the particular child, the child's apostrophe s name. So that was a mistake. Not only the usage, but also repetition. You have repeated the word child a number of times. That's the number one. So avoid repeating the word child. Actually, don't need to, but still you are using it. I don't understand why. Next, child name. No, it's a child's name, apostrophe s, name of the child. Name of, the apostrophe means belonging to, of. Next one. Here, one good symptom I have noticed is last session I told you, you do not know how to use as well as. And I told you, you are repeating as well as. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
So you remember me telling you that you are not using as well as, the usage in the proper way. And you are repeating it. So two mistakes there, using improperly and repeating it. So that makes wrong usage and repetition also. So it's equal to 2 times mistake and repetition is another mistake. That is triple mistake. First time you said wrong, second time you said again wrong. So 2 mistakes plus repetition is another mistake. So 3 minus points. So avoid. But now today you have used only once. That's very good. You are following my suggestion seriously. And there is something deep sewn in your heart. Avoid as well as. So something is there. So you avoided, only once you used. Right. Then the way how you used was absolutely right. The way how you used is absolutely right. There is no flaw in your sentence. You used it as well as. The doctor diagnosed asthma as well as hypertension, like that. As well as will be added, adding two different things of the same style. But last time you both the times you have made a mistake. But here you have used it perfectly. I think you have learned. Have you learned it or just by fluke you have said?
No, I learned.
You went through this particular point. Yes. Come on, tell me about your this one. How did you learn so well?
I make some sentence and I notice what's the difference and the importance of as well as, like and. So that's what I learned. As well as it's like and to connect with something, two different things. So that's how I learned.
As well as means in addition to, similarly, likewise, and like that. So now you learned the usage. Now you will never do the mistake.
Yes.
It is +1. Earlier it was -3. Now it is +1. So you earned actually 4 marks. -3 removed is equal to 3 points. And you added 1 mark, that is 4th point. So you got 4 points. You saved 3 points and added 1 point, equal to 4 points from the earlier session. That's really very nice. You are following my suggestions. I appreciate you. This is what I wanted from the very beginning, and this is what I get. Ultimately, I'll make you to do what I want you to do. That's it. There is no excuse. Simon sir will not change according to your style. He will change the students according to his style. Now tell me, which is better? You want me to accept your style and go according to your wish, or you want to change your style and go according to my wish? Tell me your opinion in this one, because some more points I'm going to give you.
I will always focus on your style, sir, because that's helped me a lot.
Yeah, that's good. Next one is, that's very good. I noticed nothing will be hidden from me. I notice each and every progress so minutely that you will be, polished finely. Next one, in the beginning, you have said 3 or 4 times you said in the beginning. Afterwards, you're perfect. So there is a starting problem. In the starting, in the beginning, in the commencement of the role play, you have some confusion, but once you are set, you are going very fine. You have a starting problem. Remember that. First 1 minute, be very careful and try to, be strong at that particular time. Okay. The next one. Next, you said child condition. Child condition. It's not child condition. Why are you repeating the word child again? We know that it is mother is coming to talk about the child. The condition, enough. The condition. So when you are using child, you made 2 mistakes here. Child condition. Again, same mistake. What is apostrophe s is saying? And second one is you are repeating. So how many times you told child? What I have written 4 times. And every time you are saying child. child name, child condition, child current symptoms, child, yeah, 2 times you told condition. So these are repeated here. So every time you are telling child, there's a mistake, and every time it is a -1 point. Remember that. So child's condition, or just say the condition. Enough. We know we are talking about the child. We are not talking about the mother. You are not talking about the father. You are not talking about Tom, Dick, and Harry. You are talking about the child, the particular child. That's it. Elizabeth. Right. Next one. So here, the is important. The child. Which child? The child means that particular child. Another mistake. Definite article. When you know that you are talking about a particular child, or the particular child, you have to use the child. So that is another mistake. Everywhere you are doing child name, child condition, child current symptom, child condition, like that. Every time you are saying the child's condition. Whenever you say child, you have to say child's condition and the child's condition. So there are mistakes. It's a multifarious, multi-dimensional mistakes, not single. Mistakes come in groups. They don't come just to one mistake. They come in groups. Do you understand now what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
First one is apostrophe is missing and S is missing. Belonging to, condition of, that is missing. Number one. Next one, definite article, the particular child. The is missing everywhere. So the is missing and apostrophe S is missing, and duplicating, repeating the word a number of times is a very big blunder. So how many mistakes you see here? Every time it's one mistake, one word you are using child, it's coming in 3 types. One is the definite article is missing. One is apostrophe yes, that is belonging to ownership is missing, and repetition is happening. So the 3 mistakes are going. Be careful. Don't avoid using the word child. We understand the subject is Elizabeth and it is the child. We understand. So no need to say. Just say the condition, the symptoms. That's it. Right. Next one. Child current symptoms. The child's current symptoms. The current symptoms, enough. The current symptoms of whom? The child. Not the mother, not the father, not somebody else. So why you are bothered? Why do you want to say child, child, child? Why are you so insecure? The other person can understand. Don't be insecure. Be confident. Be very confident. The next one. The doctor will make a final diagnosis. A final diagnosis will be only one. How many final diagnoses will be there? How many final diagnoses will be there? Final will be one only, right? Neena, tell me. Tell me how many final diagnoses will be there?
Only one.
One or more?
One.
Only one, right? Final will be only one.
Yes,
So
sir.
then it should be the final diagnosis, right?
Yes.
Not a final diagnosis. A final diagnosis means how many final diagnoses? You're confusing me. A final diagnosis. A boy. So how many boys are there? Maybe 4 or 5. A final diagnosis. That means how many final diagnoses will be there? Are there 3, 4, 5? How many? You're just confusing me. So the final is only one. So the final diagnosis. That's it. The next one, the doctor will make a final diagnosis. The doctor will make the final diagnosis. The doctor will finally diagnose. Why make a diagnosis? Why are you beating around the bush? Why are you putting words unnecessarily? The doctor will finally diagnose the condition, the problem. You understand? Unnecessarily, you are putting a word make. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You are putting water in the curd and making it buttermilk, but you are putting more water. And you are making it unsavory, which cannot be drunk. Nobody will like it because too much of water is there. The doctor will finally diagnose So you can write in passive voice. The condition will be finally diagnosed after all the necessary tests and assessment or evaluation. The actual problem will be definitely diagnosed. Finished. Why do you want to say doctor? Okay, doctor will diagnose. If doctor were to diagnose, the physiotherapist will diagnose? Or the nurse will diagnose? Or the pharmacist will diagnose? Or the podiatrist? Who will diagnose here? Doctor only is authorized to diagnose. So why should you say the doctor will diagnose? Whether the doctor, this doctor will diagnose, or some other doctor will diagnose, or the senior doctor will diagnose, or the chief doctor will diagnose, or the medical officer will diagnose. It's none of his problem. Problem is diagnosed or not is important. Subject is more important. Who will diagnose is not important. You're reducing the quality here. Yeah, I know doctor only will diagnose. Then what news you are giving me specially here? I know doctor only will diagnose. You will not diagnose. I will tell. Then what you will do? Yeah, I know that one. You cannot diagnose, doctor only. Then what will happen to you? I know that doctor only will diagnose. You cannot diagnose. No, you're only a nurse. You're not a doctor. So how can you diagnose? I know that. See how, you understand now what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Anybody knows that doctor only can diagnose, not a nurse or not somebody else. So next, we can manage it very easily. We can manage it very easily. Who? We means who? Who can manage very easily? The patient and you? Or you and the doctor? Or all the nurses? Or all the doctors? Or all the medical staff? Or all the hospitals? Who can manage? You can manage? And the patient can manage? So what is important here? Who is managing is important, or what is managed is important? Which is important? Who is managing or what is managed?
What is managed?
Then why are you not talking about that? Why are you saying we can manage? We are important or managing is important? Managing is important. The situation will be managed effectively. The treatment will be provided. Then we have trained doctors. We have trained doctors. Who? The patient and you? We have trained doctors. It looks funny, correct or not? It looks funny. We have trained doctors. Who has trained doctors? You and the patient? Or all the patients? Or all the nurses? We have trained doctors. Where? In your pocket? Or in trunk box? Where? Where? Who has trained doctors? Why are you talking? We have trained. We are important or trained doctors are important? Tell me now.
Trained doctors.
Then why don't you start with the trained doctors? Now you understand how many things you have missed. Unless and until you come to me, you'll be missing all these things. Always be in touch. So now, we have trained doctors. Eliminate that we. The trained doctors can manage the condition very appropriately. Finished. Right? So, the condition can be managed by experienced and highly experienced and well-trained doctors. Finished. Treatment will be provided by experienced and highly experienced and well-trained doctors. Next one. He will initiate the further actions. He will initiate the further actions. You said trained doctors. Trained doctors means plural. Then you are saying he will initiate the further actions. He. Now, this many doctors are there. He. Which doctor among all these doctors? You tell me now. You said, you told a sentence. We have trained doctors. We have trained doctors means how many? One or many?
Many.
Now, next sentence you are saying, he will initiate the final further actions. He will initiate the further actions. Now, which doctor? Now you tell me, many doctors are there. Which doctor? Are you not confusing me? Are you not intriguing me? Are you not puzzling me? You're confusing really. You have to say they will. They will. If you are saying doctors, you have to say they will. If you are saying he will, then you have to say a trained doctor or the duty doctor, the on-duty doctor, singular. Then you can say he. So this is called, managing one sentence with the other. They should go together, hand in glove. Doctor, he. Doctors, they. Now you understand?
Yes, sir.
So you're not bothered about this connectivity. You're not bothered about this noun-pronoun agreement. This is called noun and pronoun agreement. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Be mindful. One sentence is related to the next sentence. You're not bothered about that particular relation of this noun with the pronoun. When you say doctors, then you have to say they. When you say the on-duty doctor, then you have to say he. So use either plural and plural, plural noun with plural pronoun, or singular noun with singular pronoun. There's a mistake. And you know it very well. The sentences are individually right, but collectively it's a mistake. Both the sentences are individually right. We have trained doctors. That sentence isolated, it is right. 100% right. He will initiate further actions. This also is 100% right. But when you match these two sentences and put together and correlate them, we have trained doctors. He will initiate. Now, which doctor among these of them? It is little absurd, vague, ambiguous, confusing, and I don't understand what you're talking here. Are you talking in the singular sense or are you talking in the plural sense? Is my question. So be very careful when you're talking the next sentence. When you're using the next sentence, it might relate to the previous sentence. It should be in agreement with the previously spoken sentence. Because you are ready to learn, I'm giving all these things. If you're not ready to learn, I'll say, okay, thank you. So only be ready to learn with Simon sir. Okay. The next one. And don't rush. Don't rush. I want to finish fast and go. I have many other jobs to do. No. I'm least bothered about your work. I am bothered about you, your progress, and your correction and your improvement. That is my only priority. You are taking care of all the other activities. That's not my problem. You solve those problems. That is your problem. Don't tell me. Yeah. Next one is. Yeah, that's it. So otherwise, now everything I'm giving you new points. Already I have given you some corrections. Those I will not repeat. I'll give every time. I'll give you new things only. Today you have learned about many things: subject, verb, agreement, noun, pronoun, agreement. Right. So that's all for now. And Neena, Johny, I'm giving you 120 seconds. That means 2 minutes. You can speak what all you want to say, how this session benefited you, how different this session is from the previous session. Is there any improvement from the previous session to this session? And what is the input you have put between these two sessions? And because of that input, what benefit you got, when Simon sir gives the suggestions, implementing them is good or not. If implemented, what benefits you get. If not implemented, what you are going to lose. Everything which is there in your brain, show it off. Your time starts now. 2 minutes.
Um, Actually, I'm so happy to have this speaking session because it will help me to find my errors while I'm speaking. In previous session, I have many mistakes regarding with as well as and informations. This time, I improved myself, and you already mentioned the word as well as I used correctly in this time, and I also correct the word information. In my perspective view, this classes is very benefit for me as well and for everyone. Yeah, that's all about, sir.
Okay, right. That's the end of the show for today, and we are going to join again in another session and another role play or warm-up session. The next candidate will meet after a few minutes. Until then, take a break. And those who are interested to join our regular sessions, only serious students, dedicated students, those who love to learn, come to me. Otherwise, stay away from me, because this is fire. You'll burn. So be careful. You want to learn, you want to dedicate your success to Grandmaster class, you want to readily give your ears, heart, mind, and soul, then subscribe to the courses. The reading or listening or writing or speaking individual course, or clubbing the skills, reading and listening or writing and speaking, or if you want all the 4 skills, uh, listening, reading, writing, and speaking, whatever you want, a grand master class is there for you. You can contact me on this number, +91 98 778 67360. If you have a problem, just message me, ping me on any application, WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram or Telegram or any team or IMO, anywhere. You can just message me, and Grand Masterclass is there to support you in every way possible to enhance not only enhance your skills, but also provide you excellent results. Yeah, that's all for today. Have a nice day and happy Onam, blessed Onam for you and the 10 days following. And on this occasion of Tiruvanam, we are giving a 50% discount, but according to the test, those who stand in test, those who prove that they are serious, only will be given admission. And there are only 12 places for the September batch. You can get back to me. Thank you. Have a nice day. This is Simon Peter from